The rain was falling hard that morning. The sky was dark and gray, just like how Emily Stanton felt inside. She sat in her wheelchair, moving slowly down the long hospital hallway. The wheels made a soft squeaking sound as she rolled forward. This sound reminded her of all the dreams that were now broken. 6 months ago, everything was different. Emily was a dancer. She was the best young ballet dancer at the New York Academy. She danced on big stages with bright lights shining on her. Everyone said she was amazing. But then something terrible happened. A car hit her on a wet, slippery road. The driver was not paying attention. There was a loud screech of tires, and then everything changed. The accident hurt her back very badly. The doctors said she would never walk again. Since that day, Emily had not taken a single step. But the worst part was not her legs. The worst part was how alone she felt. People told her she was brave and strong, but they did not see her at night. They did not see her crying into her pillow. They did not see how she pretended to be okay just to make her father feel better. Her father looked so sad and worried all the time, and she hated that. Her father was Charles Stanton. He was very rich and powerful. He owned a big company called Stanton Global and had lots of money. Charles was used to fixing problems quickly with his money and power. But this time was different. No amount of money could make Emily's legs work again. No amount of power could fix the sadness in her heart. If you believe that being kind to others matters, and that everyone deserves a second chance, please take a moment to like this video. Please subscribe to Kindness Corner and share it with someone who needs hope today. When you do this, it helps stories like Emily's reach people who really need to hear them. Charles tried everything he could think of. He hired the best doctors and therapists. He even brought in special doctors from other countries. He changed part of his big house into a place where Emily could do exercises and therapy. But nothing worked. Emily would not talk most days. She stayed quiet and thought about the girl she used to be. This broke Charles's heart. He had built big companies and made lots of money, but he could not help his own daughter. Finally, Charles made a big decision. He decided to take Emily away from the city, away from all the noise and busy streets, away from the hospital beds and people who looked at her with pity. He took her to a quiet place in the mountains called Healing Storms. This was a special place that helped people get better. It was not like a regular hospital. They tried to help people feel better in their hearts, not just their bodies. This was Charles's last hope. The mountain air was clean and cold. It was much different from the city. Emily felt even more small and weak in this new place. The workers there were nice, but they seemed far away. To them, Emily was just another patient to take care of, another person to check on during their daily work. Then, on the third day, something happened that changed everything. Emily was sitting outside one of the wooden houses, looking at the tall trees in the distance. She was all alone, just thinking. Suddenly, a little boy walked up to her. He looked like he was about 6 years old. He had small brown spots on his cheeks that looked like tiny stars. His brown hair stuck up in one place no matter how much someone tried to fix it. The boy looked at Emily's wheelchair for a moment. Then he looked right into her eyes and smiled a big, happy smile. "My dad says you are really sad," the boy said in a simple, honest way. Emily did not know what to say. She just stared at him. The boy kept talking. "My dad says sometimes when people are sad, they need a different kind of help. He can help you. He helped me when my mommy went to heaven." Emily still did not know what to say, so she said nothing. The boy turned around and pointed toward a big glass house where plants were growing. Inside, there was a man wearing old jeans and a dark blue shirt. He was taking care of the plants. The man looked strong, and his hands looked rough from working hard. But there was something calm about the way he moved. He seemed peaceful and real. When he looked up and saw Emily watching him, he smiled. It was not the kind of smile that felt sorry for her. It was not the fake smile that doctors sometimes gave her. It was a gentle, real smile that made her feel like a normal person. That night, Emily could not sleep. It was not because her body hurt. She was used to that pain by now. She could not sleep because she kept thinking about what the boy had said. He helped me. Who was this man? What did the boy mean? The next morning, Emily was sitting outside drawing pictures in her sketchbook. The man walked over to her. He did not ask what she was drawing. He did not ask why she looked angry. Instead, he got down on one knee very slowly, like he did not want to scare her. Then he gave her a small flower that he had picked from the garden. "You do not have to smile," he said softly. "But maybe this flower will make today just a little bit better." Then he walked away without saying anything else. His name was Adam Miller. He was a father raising his little boy by himself. Before moving to the mountains, Adam worked as a physical therapist at a big hospital. He was very good at helping people learn to move their bodies again after they got hurt. But then his wife died very suddenly, and everything changed. Adam was so sad that he left his job at the hospital. He moved to the mountains to raise his son in a quiet, peaceful place. Now Adam spent his time volunteering at healing storms. When he was not helping patients, he taught people how to live in the mountains and how to grow plants and herbs. But Adam had a special gift that other therapists did not have. He knew how to connect with people's feelings before he ever tried to help them move their bodies. He did not just try to fix their injuries. He tried to help the whole person feel better. It took Emily many weeks before she would let Adam come close to her. She fought him by staying quiet. She was mean to him with her words. She would close her door when he tried to talk to her. But Adam did not try to force her to talk or be nice. He would just sit near her while she painted pictures. Sometimes his little boy would play nearby. Slowly, Emily started to talk a little bit. Then she started to laugh sometimes. Then she cried and let out all her sadness. Finally, she began to trust Adam. One morning, the sun was just starting to come up over the misty fields outside Emily's cabin. Adam looked at her and said quietly, "I think your body is waiting for your heart to be ready, and your heart is waiting for you to believe that good things can happen again." Emily did not say anything back, but she did not look away either. She kept listening. Later that week, Emily agreed to let Adam try something different with her therapy. He did not want to use the normal machines and equipment. Instead, Adam designed a therapy based on Emily's memories. He set up a room that looked like the dance studios where Emily used to practice. He hung up mirrors on the walls. He played the same classical music that Emily used to dance to. He filled the room with smells that reminded Emily of the time before her accident. Adam said he wanted to help Emily's body remember what it used to love to do. What happened next was very hard and painful. The progress was very slow, and sometimes it seemed like nothing was working. But something was different this time. Emily did not feel like just a patient anymore. She felt like a real person again. Then one day something amazing happened. For the first time in 6 months, Adam gently put his hands on Emily's waist and said, "Let's try to stand up together." Emily's legs did not hurt the way they usually did. They shook and trembled, but they did not give out completely. Emily did not walk that day, but she stood up for 3 whole seconds. When she realized what had happened, she started to cry. But these were not tears of pain. These were tears of hope. Charles Stanton did not understand what was happening at first. He had hired so many expensive doctors and therapists. He had spent millions of dollars trying to help his daughter. And now this ordinary man, who did not seem special at all, had done something that none of the fancy doctors could do. Charles went to talk to Adam. He was suspicious and worried. "What makes you think you can fix my daughter when all the best doctors could not?" Charles asked. His voice was low and frustrated after so many months of disappointment. Adam did not seem scared or nervous. He looked Charles right in the eyes and said, "Because I do not think your daughter is broken. I see a girl who just forgot how strong she really is." That was the day Charles finally stopped trying to control everything and let someone else help his daughter. Emily's progress was very slow. Some days she did worse than the day before. Other days she surprised herself with what she could do. But Adam was always there with her. He did not give her orders or commands. He just stayed calm and patient. Adam never promised Emily that she would walk again. He only promised that she would not have to face this challenge alone. And sometimes that promise was enough to keep her going. One beautiful evening in the fall, when the leaves were turning gold and orange, something wonderful happened. Emily was in the field outside the retreat center. She took her first 5 steps without any help from anyone. She walked 5 whole steps by herself. Adam's little boy was playing nearby, and his laughter filled the air. Adam smiled quietly, feeling proud and happy. Charles started crying tears of joy, and Emily, for the first time in many months, felt excited about what tomorrow might bring. If this story made you feel good, please do not leave without liking this video. Please subscribe to Kindness Corner and share it with someone who needs a little hope in their life. When you do these things, it helps us keep sharing stories that can heal people's hearts. We would love to hear from you. Please write a comment below telling us what part of Emily's story moved you the most. Your words help us bring more kindness into the world. Would you like me to write a part 2 of this story? Maybe I could show what happens when Emily decides to help other people who are going through the same things she went through.